Today was the appointed day that, we'll see, I should start from the beginning, I guess. On Monday, we had court on last Friday.
Okay. No, you go.
Yeah, hold that.
No, I'm good.
Okay. So last Friday we went to court and the judge issued an order for the police department to give back all of my cannabis and for all of my property to be returned. And so I served that order to the evidence department here with ample time, and they called me back and arranged an appointment for me to come in, and that appointment is now and today. And once they caught wind of some of the news outlets that wanted to cover this historic moment here, they called me back and said, well, we're going to cancel your appointment today because we don't have any of your property here, even though I have the voicemail from the person in that building that said, come on down between 1 and 3 on Thursday, and we'll take care of it all. And then they called back about an hour ago and said, well, you can't come now, we don't have any of your stuff. And the officer person is not here right now. So I had my lawyer call down and say, you're going to be in contempt of court for not following through with this judge's order within 3 days. And then magically, everything was found, which is a good thing. So I'm glad that we could work it out and we can stop tying up time in the courtroom with cannabis. We can just let it go. It's just a plant. People want to smoke it. It's legal here, and they need to stop ruining people's lives over this magical plant. And
what's it cost you now?
Oh, hundreds of thousands of dollars. We had, 15, 20 people that were employees and volunteers. All of those people are out of work. There's probably $100,000 worth of inventory in that building that is all in consignment from people in the community, and that's how a collective works. I don't really own any of this stuff, and it's all been destroyed. And a business is now vacant because of it. People are unemployed because of it. My life has been ruined. My credit, my reputation. I can't even get a credit card. They've seized all my bank accounts. They've frozen all my assets. I'm being audited by the IRS, courtesy of law enforcement. And it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And in 10 years, I hope we all have a good laugh over this and say, what the hell were we thinking back then? Just leave these people alone. It's not that big of a deal. But
how much was the specific cost of the lawyer to get your things back?
How much was my lawyer?
Yeah, how much did it cost you to actually make this
to
get
fight
to this
this
point?
case?
Yeah.
Just off the top, lawyer fees $15,000 just to talk to a lawyer, just to defend yourself. And it seems like you're guilty until proven innocent in this cannabis game, and I'm sick of that. You're innocent until proven guilty, and that's not the way it is. They financially deplete your resources until you can't afford to play their game anymore. But thankfully, I had a lot of supporters. These people supported me, the Nug.com and some other cannabis businesses supported me. Weedfinder.com, they supported me financially as well through this entire thing because they believe in the cause. So they contributed monies to my legal funds, and I really appreciate that. And OzCat Radio continued to cover my media. The Vallejo Independent Bulletin covered my media, and I appreciate KTVU being out here to cover this so people can see that there's regular people doing this.
Are you hopeful with what the DOJ came out and said today about not going after Washington and Colorado?
I applaud the DOJ for listening to the voice of the people and not going after government entities for being complicit in regulating these entities is a step in the right direction. And Eric Holder is hopefully now listening to the will of the people, and Linda Hag and all these other people. You're not going to be in office anymore, and you're going to become persona non grata because the trend is going the way of cannabis. Whether you like it or not, it's here, it's not going anywhere, and neither are we. We are not going anywhere. And the patients and the growers and the operators and everybody in this cannabis game is going to fight to the last minute. And we will win, and you'll mark my words in history. In 10 years, we're going to look back on this and say, that was cute. That little marijuana fight, that was cute. Or it'd be an atrocity. I'm not sure how they're going to look at it, but this is just another victory, and we're going to keep racking them up until every state in this entire country has medical marijuana legalized. That's my goal. 18 months. I got a whole line of people that are waiting to get their cannabis back, even though it's probably not in good condition, and I wouldn't be surprised if some of it's been destroyed, and probably not all of it's even here. But there's a long list of people that have been financially damaged by having their widgets seized from them. And I call it a widget because it should be treated like any other widget. It's a medicine, it's a tangible object that people put their time, their money, and their labor and their love into creating. And the police department just came in Gestapo style and took it from them all. And these are people with kids that go to college, kids that are in daycare, and they use cannabis and they grow it and they sell it for money. And there's nothing wrong with selling marijuana for money in this state. You can disagree with me if you want, but the law is on my side. The law is on all of our sides, and my lawyer and all the other lawyers in California have proven that when you do this business right, it is a good business. It's a profitable business. And in a rough economy, that's what this country needs. It's something putting people to work, and that's what I do. Is I put people to work, and so do all the other dispensary operators. And now we're going to see what's up. Nick? Yes. How much stuff is there? Oh, wow. You don't want to fit that there?
Oh, yeah. So whoever you have with you, back down here, check it off. And then we'll call up. You got a helper?
Yeah, I got a helper. Squeeze here is going to help me. All right. So I back it
Just
in.
turn around, flip it around, back it in, come down.
Copy that. Here we go, baby. This is a moment in history right now where I am getting all of my marijuana back from the police department. And people said it would be a cold day in hell before I'd ever get a bunch of weed back from the police department. Well, it's hot as hell in Vallejo right now. We're about to turn up. The weed has started showing up. Here we go, baby. Good? Yeah. Let's do this. Well, we got it all but the computers and the gun. We got a whole lot of weed in the back of this truck. Victory, baby!
You want to park in the handicap sticker? I have a handicap.
Probably just gonna pull right here and we're gonna start pulling it out. We got a whole truck full of cannabis.